Hi, my name is Jody Smits-Anderson, and I'm going to tell you a story about resiliency. Not resiliency of buildings or neighborhoods, but of the volunteers in the green building movement. It's my story, and I suspect it's very similar to your story as well. The last 8 or 10 months, I've hit a long bout of rejections. I'm not going to list them all, but I do want to share with you what I've learned from that experience. When I was deciding to submit to do this storytelling, I said to my husband I might not be able to control my emotions because rejections are really hard and very hurtful. And he said, "Go ahead, no one will care." And I said, "That's my point. That's what I feel when there's rejection after rejection, that no one cares." But what I've come to realize is that there are many of us doing very good work, and the timing isn't always right, and the subject isn't always right, and my capabilities don't always fit the moment. So that's one of the things I've learned. I've also learned that I don't do this work just to be involved in certain groups or certain projects. I do this work because I know it's right. I didn't decide one day to be greener. I didn't decide to look at buildings and find all the ridiculous things we do in them and try and fix them by building greener. I realized that I've always had a mentality of curiosity and trying to do better. So the word in my head isn't fix. The word in my head is better. And I think that's an aspect of being a volunteer in the green building movement. What's also very important to realize is that the opportunities will always come. There is never not another opportunity. People who say that we're going to miss the crest of the wave of the green building movement, I think that's a ridiculous concept. There will be crest after crest after crest. Every time we learn something, we learn more about what we yet do not know. So we will always have another opportunity. And not afraid of rejection, because another rejection will always come. What I'm afraid of is not having the passion or the self-confidence to take another chance and submit for fear of rejection. So I fear that fear more than the rejection itself. Another thing that's really important is this work is messy, and this work is awesome, and this work is hard to fathom, but it's kind of like looking at a cluster of stars. When you look right at the stars, it's tough to see them. When you look a little bit to the side of the stars become much more brilliant and able to be seen. When I look right at the work I need to do, I am overwhelmed and I can't really fathom it. When I look a little bit to the right and just do what I need to do, the brilliance of the green building movement, my role become clearer and brighter and more able to be achieved. So the other thing that I've learned is that occasionally I need to look at the successes I've had. When I've been able to change a line in some legislation so that green buildings are included instead of just energy efficiency. When someone gives me a hug because I was the one who had the courage to bring up a difficult topic that needed to be talked through. When I've brought other knowledge to the table. When I've learned from someone else in a collaborative assessment, then that is important. And basically, I